stated earlier. I made a motion to table the bylaws based upon the fact that I did not receive proper notification at any time about the drafting of the bylaws. I also expressed concern about the bylaws being written by the legal department, Detroit City Legal Department, when we have 4 lawyers on our commission. I received the email of the new draft less than 3 or 4 hours ago, and I am not equipped I'm not equipped enough to review the bylaws in time before this was discussed. I asked the Madam Chair to table the bylaws until further notice.
We had to address the motion on the motion that's on the table. There was a motion.
The question was called.
We're discussion. Commissioner Holmes.
So my understanding is that there was already a motion on the table.
Correct.
That was seconded to vote for or against the bylaws.
And that's what we
When
did.
there is a motion on the table, you cannot put another motion on the table until that motion is closed out. Therefore, if or when, Joanne, I'm not going to say whether or not you put it on the table, but there was already a motion on the table. So it was improper for that there to be a motion.
Point of Madam Chair.
Sorry, Commissioner Mack did explain how these bylaws were drafted. He explained that several commissioners, including myself, volunteered to draft these. And they were shared, he said they were shared with the commissioners and they were given the opportunity to review them. So.
Okay, the bylaws have already
Madam
been
Chair, Madam Chair.
We can still have discussion afterwards about it.
Madam Chair, Commissioner Underwood made her motion prior to Commissioner Mack making his motion. He was still under discussion, and she was trying to change her point of order. So hers came first. Secondly, in regards to the question about the bylaws and who crafted them, the question was not posed to Commissioner Mack, Commissioner Holmes. It was posed to the chair.
The motion was on the floor. It was passed, the bylaws. It was voted on. The bylaws have passed. We're moving on with the agenda. Next is the treasurer's report. Commissioner Peters.
Madam Chair, that was not the question. That was not the question. That was not the question.
Madam Chair.
There was some, if you will allow me, Madam Chairman, a bit for editorial remarks, and I anticipate a number of questions, not just from the public, but fellow commissioners. My treasurer's report is 4 sentences long. I say that because there was some discussion in the bylaws about length, and I agree with fellow commissioners about having time to review. I authored the treasurer's report. I am the treasurer. I will read it with your permission because it is short, and I want to say to the public, and I believe fellow commissioners, we all know that we're in the same place with the budget. There is none. I felt it was responsible as a treasurer to, even though that is the news, to accurately report expenditures, appropriations. This public body and this city of Detroit has a right to know the accountability of every single penny that goes into any expenditure in the city. And I just need you to understand that's the spirit of this report. Everyone, please understand that. Here's my report. The Detroit Charter Revision Commissioner has no budget as of January 10th, 2019. As a result, this commission has no balance on hand, nor are there any receipts or disbursements of the commission at this time. It will be up to this body in consideration of the Detroit electorate to determine the scope and parameters of the commission's budget, respectfully submitted for the commission's review. Tracy Peters, Commission Treasurer, January 10th, 2019.
Thank you. Is there anything else?
Madam Chair, I welcome at this time questions from fellow commissioners about the budget process going forward. I know it may be a bit out of my purview. We have not established subcommittees, although I will be in the proposed bylaws chair of the Budget and Finance Committee. I want to add that in my due diligence to prepare for this position, through the Archives Office in the City of Detroit, I had the opportunity to review minutes from both the 2010 Charter Commission, and the 1995-96 Commission. I want to be fully transparent in the development of a budget, which is why the best I can do as a singular officer is offer my advice. I can either advise to this group that once we agree on subcommittees, that the budget comes up through the Budget and Finance Subcommittee. That is past practice that I've read. When we get into meeting attendance, I will have another suggestion as to how we can develop the budget. But if I may connect back to our last discussion about the bylaws and tabling, there are certain items in the beginning days of an elected body that really need to get moving. Budget is one. We cannot wait another 2 weeks for a public meeting to come back and discuss. And I by no means am I pushing the agenda there, but I'm saying that in order to get the work done that the community wants us to get done, we need to get moving on the subcommittees, and we also need to make some decisions as a body. I welcome any questions from fellow commissioners.
Madam Chair. Madam Chair.
Yes.
You gave your report. Was that the final report where you finished?
Yes, I am.
So are we supposed to go on that to accept it?
No.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
point of information, I would
Wait a
like,
minute, I'm sorry. So these are the rules, and we're not voting on whether or not they're the rules that you read off?
The bylaws, they're in the bylaws.
my,
Madam, Commissioner Underwood.
yes, I would like the city clerk to read back the minutes, of what the last motion was, to state for the record. And I also, do not understand the Commissioner Tracy's report as far as the treasury report or any report, because I didn't receive proper, notification about the bylaws. And so she mentioned the bylaws, which I stated earlier, that I didn't have enough time to review all the revisions that was made prior to the initial copy of the bylaws that was sent to me a week ago. So I would like the city clerk to read back those minutes. I motion the city clerk. I would like the city clerk to read back the motion.
The last motion on the table was to approve the operational bylaws with revisions. The last vote was to approve the operational bylaws with revisions that were made.
There was one motion prior to that.
Which I don't have any emotion of the motion. If a motion is not seconded, I don't have any motion. It was not a motion.
It was a motion. It was a motion prior to Richard Mack's motion. And I believe, Commissioner Hughes made a motion. Can you read all the motions that was, presented to them?
Only motion I have that was seconded was Commissioner Mack's motion by Commissioner Holmes and seconded by Commissioner Holmes.
Thank you. Okay, moving forward, under item 7,
Madam Chair.
C.
Madam Chair, I'm reading these bylaws that you sent, and I don't see in you said that this is in the bylaws, your chair report, or ground rules for commission meetings. What section is that?
605, 6.05, and 6.06.
I see 6.04, and that's it. Meeting rules. I'm talking about what she said.
Okay, it's under meetings. Here it is right here.
Madam Chair, you stated that you sent these bylaws to all of us to review, and I'm reading what you sent, and it says section 6.04, that's the last one before it moves to section 7.
Here it is right here, under
No,
meetings.
you said what you said. Now
I
you
said
give
the clean version.
No, this is what you said. I'm looking at the last version that you
So
sent
while
to me.
Commissioner Mack is getting that, we're gonna go forward.